Hello guys, welcome back. Today, we welcome back Disto after a very long time.
Hi,
Welcome back, Disto.
thank you so much.
So we're gonna do the usual predictions and discuss more topics later on. We start with Saturday, Leicester versus Chelsea.
Leicester versus Chelsea, top of the table, and I don't know what number Leicester at.
Number 12.
They're number 12. Top of the
Yeah.
table versus 12th. Okay, Leicester have been having a bit of problems with big teams of late. Okay, apart from Manu, but they've been having a bit of problems with big teams. So, but then Chelsea have been on a spectacular run, except of the last game before the international break. I think they drew the last game, if I'm not wrong. So it's gonna be a tough game, but I think Thomas Tuchel is ready for the action. So Chelsea for me, all the 3 points.
Aston Villa have a new manager, Steven Gerrard. Uh,
Yeah, Premier League legend.
yeah, so we're gonna discuss on that next, later on. Aston Villa versus Brighton.
Okay, it's gonna be a very fast, tough game for Steven Gerrard because he comes back to the Premier League where the his playing time and the current Premier League are not the same. Right now, the Premier League is way more competitive. You can see Brighton right now are in the seventh. So for Aston Villa, I don't think. Okay, I'll spare Gerard the stick, but then Brighton will have to go for the win because Gerard will have to impose his playing style on Aston Villa, and a week and a half is not enough for Aston Villa to get used to Gerard's playing ways. But once Aston Villa used to Gerard, there'll be a reckoning team. So, but then for the Saturday, I think Brighton will edge out Aston Villa.
Okay, and Crystal Palace have been on a fantastic form. What do you think will happen with when they face Burnley? Away.
Okay, Crystal Palace right now is a very strong team. They're playing good football. Patrick Vieira is giving them an identity. I think in 3, 4 transfer windows, if Vieira gets some good signings, he'll be a force to reckon with in the 3 to 4 signings to come. But then they're playing really good football, really expansive football. They're putting other teams on edge and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be a win for Crystal Palace against Burnley for me.
New manager Eddie Howe joining Newcastle. His first match versus Brentford. What do you think?
Newcastle are at a dangerous position. If you look at the bank size, yeah, the money they have right now, the bank and the owners, it's a very dangerous position for Newcastle. And I really understand the owners, the change of management and everything. But you get a young manager that has a team that he needs to get into good positions. You have a young manager that is under pressure. It's going to be a lot of things to take for Eddie Howe. But Brentford are a good team. Brentford have displayed their playing techniques this season. So it's going to be a tough game, but then I think Newcastle can edge out Brentford.
Okay, another new manager with Dean Smith going versus Southampton in his first match also.
The Premier League has had many changes in management. Dean Smith, the guy has an identity. If you check Dean Smith's way of football, there's a way he plays with Aston Villa, making them a very good team in counter-attacking, playing long balls and everything. I don't think with Norwich is gonna have that much success though. Yeah, I don't think. But then even Southampton haven't been the same team that they had been last season. So it's the week versus the week. So, but then I'll have Southampton will take the win over Norwich this game.
Yeah. Watford versus Manu.
Ole Gunnar, man, that guy, I really feel for him. I'm telling you the truth. Even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I really feel for him because he has the squad to even win the Premier League. But I don't know what's happening. People will blame him for not playing techniques. The players' spirits are down and everything. Watford, on the other hand, they're trying to get something under Ranieri. Ranieri, there's a way he's trying to make Watford play, yeah, that they absorb pressure and hit on counter attacks and everything. If Watford plays that way against Manu, I think Manu is going to have a difficult game. But this game is a must win for Ole Gunnar, because after that, I think he's going to face Chelsea, and the next game after that is going to be against Arsenal. So for Ole Gunnar, it has to be a must win for that. And for Ranieri too, he has to win, but I'll go for Manu.
Okay. And Wolves versus an informed West Ham that defeated Liverpool before the international break.
West Ham are in number 3, man. After, I don't know, 11 games. What West Ham are in number 3? These guys are flying high, man. These guys are playing so good under David Moyes. He has brought out the best in players. He's brought out the good in Benrahma, in Fornals. He's making Zuma a world-class centre back. Yeah. So David Moyes has really built up this team. West Ham right now is a force to reckon with. West Ham is a team that when they're facing you, you have to be afraid. West Ham for me. This guy has bet Liverpool, man. Yeah, this guy stomped out Liverpool. They made Liverpool pay for their mistakes. I don't think right now, honestly, there's a team so in form. The team to beat right now in the Premier League right now currently is West Ham for all teams.
Yeah. So we move on to Sunday. We leave the big game of the weekend aside for last. Man City versus Everton starts the day on Sunday. What do you think?
Oh, Man City. The reason I'm saying Man City is I'm not sure about Everton's latest form of runs, but with Man City, they've slipped up. Dropping points against Crystal Palace is unacceptable for Pep Guardiola. I think this is the season where he does it or breaks it with City. He has to get the Premier League, he has to get whatever trophy he's eyeing for, plus the Champions League. So for him to slip up 3 points at home against the Crystal Palace, I think it's very unacceptable for a coach like Pep Guardiola. All respect given to Patrick Vieira, but then Rafa Benitez, his Everton is good, playing good football, eye-catching football, but you have to be a very good side to compete with Man City right now.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Everton's form went away with Dokure's major injury. I don't know how long it will take him, but it's given Everton its own downfall. We move on to the next game, Spurs versus Leeds.
Wow. There is going to be a clash of coaches there, man. Antonio Conte versus the coach of Leeds. What was his name even? What's the name for the coach of Leeds? I even forgot his name. Slipped me.
Bielsa.
Yeah, Bielsa. Let me tell you, yeah, these are the two, I think, most tactical coaches in the Premier League right now. Bielsa versus Conte. But Conte, Kane scored how many goals? 7 goals in 2 games, the international break. Son was on target too. So I think Antonio Conte will get his first win.
Okay, and we go now to Liverpool versus Arsenal. What do you think?
4th versus 5th. Who would have thought of that, man? If we would have taken the run from the first game week till right now, would have been like 2nd or 1st versus the 20th or whatever high number versus the 20th. But who thought Arsenal was gonna be 5th? After 11 games, yeah, 6 wins. So, yeah, Liverpool versus Arsenal. It's really tough because I think Arsenal can get the win. I really believe Arsenal can get the win. If they can't get the win, it's not gonna be the usual thrashing we get at Anfield. You know, the usual 5 or 4 nails. I don't think it's gonna be that much.
Yeah.
If Liverpool are gonna edge us out, it's gonna be 1-0 or 2-0, or if we're gonna score a goal. But we're gonna give Liverpool run for their money.
Yeah, I think so.
On the weekend, Arsenal will turn up.
Yeah.
Man, Saka has been on target. Smith Rowe has been on form. Lacazette has been training so well. Gabriel and Ben White have been so good. Tierney is back. Yeah, and if you add it to the long injury list of Liverpool, I think we have a slight chance, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a different tale this time. Let's move on. An interesting topic with managers being changed after 11 games. There have been so many changes with managers. Steven Gerrard to Aston Villa, Dean Smith to Norwich. Conte to Spurs, and yeah, Ole Gunnar right now is also on the sticks with his job. He's almost losing it if he loses this game. A lot of talks. What do you think? What's happening? Is it the demand or?
The demand right now for good results is so high because in the past few years in the Premier League we've seen change of ownership so much. You know, initially when Premier League teams are being formed, they're being formed for the locals. But right now, Premier League teams have a global fan base all over the world. They're being watched from different parts of the world. Yeah. So people that own clubs right now are business people. They need results. They don't care about how you play football. They need to see results. So if you don't give them results, you're not having the job. I think right now the Premier League has changed five managers, even six. I think
I think
that's very high.
5 to 6. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very high right now at this stage of the campaign. 11 games, only six managers have been changed. That means basically a manager every week. It's it's basically the demand for results is just getting crazier and crazier. Yeah, the managers have a lot of pressure to deal with. The football is getting it's getting competitive through the years. The fan base is growing. The teams need to invest, and to invest, you have to get good results. That's why, to be honest, a team like Man City will have more sales than a team like Newcastle, because Man City is well known because of its performance than Newcastle. So I think with the change of management, a lot of teams are given that higher bar to accomplish every now and then. So the people that suffer the brunt of it all are the managers. Pity them, but then you have to give out results, man, for people to see what you're doing there.
Yeah, especially if you have stayed for so long. But apart from that, since we can't talk about every manager who has been changed, who do you think will make the most impact that has been brought in?
Um, okay, I have two.
Yeah.
Um, Steven Gerrard.
Uh-huh.
Rangers have been playing pure football, man. Their football has just been eye-catching. Yeah, from the defense to the midfield to the attacking, Steven Gerrard brings identity to the team. But the person that I know and I'm waiting for his results is Antonio Conte. That guy is a demigod of football. That guy can get you results, quick results. If you want them, just get Antonio Conte. Yeah, and I think we've seen he has played 2 games with Tottenham, and you've seen him displaying the back three formation. The Tottenham trying to get used to it, yeah, because they're playing a fullback as a third centre back in Davis. So it's gonna be time for Antonio Conte for Tottenham to start winning. But results wise, Antonio Conte will deliver 100%.
Okay. And the last one, apart from the Premier League, Barcelona have appointed a new head coach in Xavi. What do you think?
Xavi Hernandez is back where it all began. You've seen what he has done, yeah? Came to the team, the first thing he came with is rules. You know, you have to do this and this and this, or else you have to do this and this. Those rules left with Luis Enrique. After Luis Enrique, there have been no rules, there have been nothing. But with Arteta, they all came back. That's number one. Oh, Xavi, I'm sorry. With Xavi, they all came back. Xavi is born Barcelona, yeah? He knows what the fans want there, and he has the capability of getting them back. He needs a blend of experience and youngsters. He has the likes of Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets. He even brought back Dani Alves, yeah? You have Tastig in the squad. Experience is there. You have Pedri, you have Gavi, kids that are 18, 19 that are playing like they're 30. So Xavi is a good choice. I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, Xavi, you can't bring back a player." Barcelona have had a record of employing players as coaches, ex-players as coaches, and they have had high success rates. Okay, except for Coleman, but if you check the likes of Cruyff, and the likes of Pep Guardiola, so I
Kuman
think
too.
Xavi will just follow into the boots of that.
Kuman too also played for Barcelona. So it was,
Yeah, he played for Barcelona. That's what I'm telling you. By him, because he didn't perform as well. But the rest of ex players that turned coaches, they really excelled well there.
Oh yeah,
but it's gonna take time. For
yeah.
Xavi, it's gonna take time because right now we have an indisciplined Barcelona team. We have a guy like Musa Osman Dembele. He hasn't played games this season, but he has broken rules that Xavi even set them. You can imagine. That's how the indisciplined the squad is right now. So for Xavi to get back the team to its original tracks, it's gonna have to take time.